Hi, good evening, everyone. Very warm welcome to everyone for our Power Partner series session, a series of presentations by our the Outreach Collective community members. This is your host for today evening, Ankur Vora. I am the co-founder of TOC, and we are very happy and honored to have with us today one of the India's leading career counselors, Shri Jitin Chawla. Jitin has been a pioneer in the field of career and college counseling. He has almost 25 more than 25 years of excellent experience of counseling students across India and outside India also, especially in Middle East. I've been personally in touch with Jitin for quite some time now, and I've always been amazed. I've always been very grateful for all the learnings that we get as youngsters from him in the field of career and college counseling. He is a successful entrepreneur. He is an FMS, Faculty of Management Studies graduate. He did his undergraduation also from Delhi University in physics. He had a successful corporate career for almost 5 years, and he left that all to uh, take the mantle of career and college guidance and entrepreneurship. And today he runs a very successful organization by the name of Jitin Chawla Center for Career Development. We are very happy that Jitin is here with us personally. Jitin, very warm welcome to the Power Partner session, and over to you for your presentation.
Thank you. Thank you. It was great. Yesterday also we had the TOC meet in Delhi, which I'm sure you would have seen. And thank you, Ankur, for asking me to present. So I'll definitely go over our journey. Just a quick this thing. I just want to start by asking people a few questions, and you can respond in chat. I think that'll be great. I'll open up my chat so that I can see. Okay, first question. These are very easy questions. Let's see who is able to answer fast, and maybe we can have coffee or Chinese at Southex near my office. First question. Uh, McDonald's launched a meal in the name of which popular music band? Very easy question. This I call as a Pappu question. Anybody? You can just write in the chat. I have my chat box opened up. So please write in the chat. Beatles. Good try, Ankur, but no. Anybody else? If it was students, I would have got like answers very fast. This is very easy question, guys. Come on. McDonald's started a meal in the name of which popular music band? That is a question. Yeah, Meenakshi, McDonald's started a meal in the name of which popular music band? Anyone? Bharat has answered BTS. Bharat, you are ineligible because you have seen me asking it at some other places also. But anyway, it all goes in the game. So BTS it is, but let me ask the more difficult question. Uh, okay, I'll increase the level of difficulty by and by. So BTS has disbanded right now, and they are going to reconvene. So when are they going to reconvene again? When are they going to get together again and start producing music again? Any idea? Anybody? I'm sure some people are googling. Okay. Yeah, I got a message. 2025 is the correct answer, Harish. 2025 is the correct answer. Okay, the real tough one. So about 4.5 months back, which BTS band member was diagnosed with appendicitis? Which BTS band member was diagnosed with appendicitis? Anybody who knows the answer? If you're googling and telling them, just write G in front so that I understand. Okay. It was Jimin. It was Jimin. So why did I started off with BTS? Because as I said, if I was asking students, particularly if I go to a girls' school, maybe 50% of the girls would be knowing about this. Yeah, and I speak not only here. I've traveled across, done Kuwait, Oman, Dubai, Qatar, everywhere people would know. Yeah. So I just started to. I just wanted to highlight a point which I'll build up later on. Ribu, if you can put up my presentation. So I myself, I did well according to convention, went to a top B school, got good jobs. I worked with Goodless Narnak Paint, Tata Group company, then ICI Paints, worked with HT as a brand manager. But throughout my life, I mean, I was searching. Throughout my corporate life, I was searching what? Of course, family had their own ways and so on. And hence we started a small counseling center. I started with one guy with me. There was no business planning. At that time, there was no VC funding, no angel investment. We just started. And I was helped by a very senior psychologist. Next, please. And still in India, when we go and travel to smaller cities, this is how career planning is. Uh, you'll be surprised if I tell you there are schools and top-notch schools. We have a big name where there is science and commerce, no humanities as of now also. So a lot of people would feel, hey, yeah, let's just take science. That's it. That is career planning. And why do we need career planning? I mean, I've been questioned also. In fact, I was doing a show on All India Radio. This is almost 4 or 5 years back. We keep on doing off and on, and I got a parental response like you can SMS and ask questions while on radio live. So one parent said, "Mr. Chawla, why are you so much against science?" So my response was, I am not against science, but I have to highlight other ones so powerfully so that people are able to choose. At least they expand their mind and they're able to choose. Next, please. So, yeah, next, please. So we have, I would say, two clear-cut divisions. One is institutional, where we work with schools. We also do pretty big event like this is a Shirifort event, the pic you are seeing, and we work individually also. So we have an engagement team where we work out of one center, but of course now work is hybrid. We help people choose careers online as well as people come to our office. So, institutional work where we work with schools and we deliver certain services, which I'll be showcasing. Next, please. So this is how we grew quickly our route. We started off with career workshops in the year 2000. We introduced career fairs 2003. In fact, I remember only Ryan Vasant Kunj was one school which had done a fair, I think in that year or almost 5, 6 months before. So there was this person, Utkarsh Marwa, he had done a fair. And then we got in and we started doing fairs and a lot of work with media, Dainik Jagran, Amar Ujala, all over. We published career handbooks like Propel, IIP testing started. We also introduced leadership camps and teachers training on careers. 2012, we set up our first career resource center. It was DPSG Meerut Road. And then we introduced other services like study abroad services, profile building. Of course, this year we have started Care Mangalam Vikas. We have already done Jumpstart, a very unique fair for classes from 6 to 8, where we invite a lot of people like Clever Harvey, Be Singular. A lot of people are doing work for school children. Uh, Outschool didn't come, but we were kind of showcasing Outschool, EDI Ahmedabad Summer Camp, and so on and so forth. So we had a lot of people participating in this unique fair, Jumpstart, which we have started this year itself. Next, please. So, so yeah, we do aptitude testing, personalized career planning, study in India, study abroad. Here again, we are uniquely placed. We are doing both study in India and study abroad. Our motto is that children should get into the topmost university, whichever way. And I'm enthused that a lot of IB schools and others who typically have internal career counseling systems invite us, especially for, I have a program called India Connect. Like which are the topmost universities, how do you crack CUET, how do you go about it, and highlighting a lot of unique institutions. Like Triple IT Delhi has a program, BTech Computer Science and Humanities, Computer Science and Social Sciences they call it. 50% seats are reserved for humanities students. Can you imagine? Our top engineering college where 50% seats are reserved for humanities students. So that is how, I mean, of course, so many other programs one would keep on highlighting in this program called India Connect. Next, please. Output. So these are our real life cases. And Ankur, while he was working, he was vice president, director, food and beverages with Marriott Group. He is an entrepreneur. He's one of the best known sommeliers. He does a lot of wine events in Delhi. But when he came to us in 12th class, his parents were like, you take care of him. He was studying at a school, Lancers Convent, and so on. Ritesh Malik, I'm sure, is a well recognized name. Ritesh came when he was in MBBS. We helped him choose entrepreneurship, masters. Sukriti came in 12th and graduation. We helped her finally go to UK. She's a health psychologist based in UK. Mahima was doing sciences, helped her do law. So people who did amazing. Of course, I could just collate some names. Shavnik was a very unique case. He was preparing for medicine, like a lot of people who prepare for medical entrance exam. After 12th, he gave 2 years of his life, and he was just giving the medical exam again and again without any success. We helped him choose digital marketing. He went to University of Ottawa. He started working with a company, and he has grown to the position of a director in 8 years, doing pretty well. Everything changed. I mean, he was a person who was going through, I would say, a certain form of depression and negativity while he was here. And once he got what he wanted, things were amazing for him. Next, please. So scientific and detailed career counseling, of course, finding out best fit for the student. I'll also explain how we go about doing it institutionally as well as in person when people visit us or they're seeking online help. As I said earlier, top university in India or abroad. Also, fighting for scholarships. We feel a lot of Indian students who come to us come from middle class, maybe okay, upper middle also, but a lot of people want scholarships. So we have a system in place where we help students find scholarships, of course, from the institution, from other places, and not only outside, even in India also. Last year, Hero Group, they fund Indian students, and I knew an intermediary who were helping another career counseling firm, but like it was only 3 days left, and we connected with five principals at top colleges. They wanted to fund students who had got into DU top colleges. They had about 50 scholarships, about 2 lakh rupees each person per year. So, and within almost 8 hours, we had more than 80 applicants and 50 were selected and scholarships were given, and so on. So we keep on trying to partner with a lot of organizations in who are trying to offer scholarships also. Next, please. We work with, as Ankur shared, we work with schools, a few colleges also, of course, in North India as well as Gulf and a couple of other regions. Worked with some institutions in Africa, Nepal, and couple of other countries also. Next, Gulf, we have been pretty active outside India. We network with a lot of media groups and do different works with them. Like people like Amar Ujala, we helped them start career fair for a good 8 years. I was with them. Similarly, Dainik Bhaskar have been a columnist and a lot of contribution to media otherwise. NDTV helped them start a program called Career Wednesday. In fact, they gave us the hunting number also, where my office was taking calls on behalf of NDTV and then taking up questions in a TV show. So I have been pretty active in media. Of course, in the last 2 3 years, somehow politics has overtaken education, and you will see more like less of education shows, though it keeps on happening by and by. Next. Okay, we work with various schools, and it's not only like going and conducting workshops or running resource centers. We do aptitude testing counseling with a lot of schools. Some chains we help them with the career counselor, like counselor training on careers. So DPS Society for the last about 4 to 5 years, we've been done a lot of work with Bharati Society. So societies also we've been working with and helping them devise career counseling programs. Vanita Sehgal ma'am, who's heading DPS, would come out and say, "Hey, this year what is new that you're doing?" And every year we dream of something and take it to counselors and build up presentations, processes which they can subsequently use. Like last year, DPS Society we did how how teachers and counselors in school can career counseling students from sixth, seventh, and eighth class, which I feel is the next wave which is happening. Schools are concerned and parents are also concerned. Next, please. Yeah, a lot of workshops, webinars keep on happening. We invite people who are successful. We keep on doing a lot of webinars with the universities in India as well as outside India. And as I shared earlier, for counselors, principals also. Next. Okay, institutionally when we work, so aptitude testing counseling, we do what is called as IAP testing, interest, abilities, personality. We use standardized tests. We are coming out with tests for junior classes also, like 6th, 7th, 8th also, which will be launched in the next 1 month. I'll also showcase some dashboards which school counselors have been using. We with the very few schools we run their resource centers. So couple of schools, they have invested in counselors but not career counselors. So uh, so some schools, we realized they needed this service, so we have been working with Tagore International, Vasant Vihar, Bal Bharati Pushpanjali Enclave, two Cambridge schools, Cambridge Noida, Cambridge Greater Noida, and a couple of others, where we run career resource center. So we have our counselors who are visiting on a regular basis. We are doing aptitude testing counseling for their children. We are doing their career fairs. So it's like we behave like an internal career counselor. And we also build up capacity. We do capacity building inside the school so that teachers also take on better and better roles with respect to career counseling. Yeah, leadership camps, teachers training on careers, Jumpstart, I just shared, a unique fair for grade 6 to 8 has been started this year itself. Next. So, any questions till now uh, you could keep on asking in between. I'll just check in case any thing comes up in the chat, and I'll be happy to answer. Yeah, so these are I already shared. So, like HRD Center is an amazing facility which the DPS Society has built up, and we have this was a physical session. Of course, earlier we have done online sessions also with them. Gulf also on a regular basis. I think in the last 2 years we've done more than four meets, well-attended meets. So last to last Sunday we had another meet for Gulf principals and counselors with more than 250 attendees. So on a regular basis we keep on working with Gulf people also. Of course, traveling, I would say, and doing workshop there does happen once in a year, typically in months of October, November, and December. Next. So we use our own portal, psychometric assessment tools. In fact, if somebody is interested, so I can send samples of aptitude tests which we use, sample report, and then of course we'd use a mix of group and personalized counseling. We typically push the schools to invite parents. Some schools it happens like if I do a school like CJM, the attendance is like 90%, parents are visiting. But if a typical school attendance is about 50%. Some residential schools parents are not there, then it does become a challenge. But we try to give opportunity to parent to interact with our counselors. So through online mode only, appointment and others are used. We feel parental interaction is really, really important. Wherever in a school we are doing aptitude testing and career counseling or running a career resource center, we have structured parent interactions right from 8th class onwards. Next. Uh, yeah. So CCD, school leader dashboard. So if you're a school who's got aptitude testing done, so you could see at a micro level, and you can go in a micro level also and see student wise also what has been recorded or what has been done with the student, what kind of marks they got, and which direction they are going, what has been advised to them. So those kind of dashboards are available. Next. Yeah, so this happened during Corona time. I realized that a few people can come and take services. So if I talk of retail, almost 1,300, people walk into our offices or take online services from us. So we realized that YouTube is a good way of reaching out. So we created more than 200 videos, and with the help of my team, we kept on, creating a lot of videos, typically on areas in which students would ask questions. So you can check out in case you want any specific video. We'll be happy to make those videos also. A lot of schools have been using our videos. Internal WhatsApp chats also, teachers have been sharing our videos with the students. Next. Yeah, when it comes to study abroad, I feel that profile building is something which is really transformational and change the life of a student. In the last about we started this in 2018 till now, last 5 years, we've been able to build up a structured process in which student build up the profile both extrinsically and intrinsic. So intrinsic, I would say, focuses on skills like speaking, giving interviews, working with team members, uh, writing, and so on. And extrinsic is more which would be showcasing. So it might be a tech project, social project, research papers. Let's say if there are 100 students, typically 85 or 90 would have done their research papers. And of course, students would have done multiple research papers, a lot of competitions. So a structured profile building process, which I strongly feel is transformational. Every month there are workshops conducted for students, both online and offline. So people who are here, they keep on, they keep on participating in offline meets, but people who are based at different locations, they participate in online meets. Thanks, Puneet. Thanks for your comment. Thank you. These are some profile building activities which are happening. We extensively try to take students outside. So we have used Nehru Park, Indian International Center, a couple of other places to organize such activities. Have been using a lot of theater to help students overcome shyness, connect with others. So I'm blessed to have friends who are very, very active and strong in theater. Next. Yeah, next, please. Of course, there's a structured application process which helps students get into top universities all over the world. So, so students are given, yeah, next please. Yeah. So students, basically what we stand for is honest and unbiased counseling. So we're not doing any kind of partner universities. We do unbiased no, unbiased counseling. We say we are independent counseling service, highly student centric. A lot of times I have to convince the parents that let the child do this, or let the child. I had a very, very senior income tax officer who came in with his daughter, and he says, I'm very clear. I don't know why she has taken counseling. Uh, when I chatted with the daughter, I asked the commissioners how to wait outside. So, she says, I'm not interested in finance, which Papa keeps on saying, but I want to do something in creative side. We helped her choose fashion management. I fixed up a meeting at NIFT with a senior person. So when the papa went to NIFT, he was slightly convinced, but not overtly, because he says, "Hey, I know all the city banks, HSBC. I can put my daughter anywhere." But 15 days into NIFT, once she joined in, he kind of understood better and better. He was happy that the daughter is happy, and she's working with a big brand right now, doing pretty well outside India. So. Uh, that is how our journey has been, and uh, yeah, a lot of people ask us that step by step if we are taking any help from you. So when people individually come here, we spend a lot of time with them. Typically, a parent and child spends at the office about 3 hours, and subsequent visits are there. Typically, everyone takes one, but we are open to more visits also. So 45 days, any number of visits, and we satisfy them. So that's how the system works. Next, please. Next, please. Admits all over. Yeah, in the last couple of years, I've been helping our team also, and parents and students open up their mind to a lot of emerging destinations like Finland, where getting PR is easy. In fact, I keep on sharing with people that Finland is the next Canada. The need for people is good. Finland universities also got activated. It was Edunation who promotes us organization, and they introduced us to a lot of universities, and we started understanding. And I sent my first child to Alto. A lot of work in Europe. We have been doing. Even Isek Doljit Panning is a good friend, and I invited him to speak at various schools. So I feel there are a lot of European universities in places like Germany, Finland, Netherlands. A lot of every year about 10, 11 students we are sending to Netherlands. So apart from the usual UK, US, Canada, Australia, there are emerging opportunities. I have students who are very, very strongly interested in going to Korea, thanks to BTS, and culturally these students are more attracted to Korea. So I feel Korea is a good destination. Japan. So my team is still researching and working on it. Korea, of course, we have sent one student as of now. So our idea in study abroad is also to research and give students more options where maybe job wise it is better, or it's a better fit, or it's a value for money destination. As we are talking, another webinar is going on where my team is highlighting applications process. So we keep on having these kind of webinars, workshops on a regular basis. Next. Scholarships. Arushi Anand was amazing. University of Toronto, she got 1 crore 44 lakh scholarship, and so on and so forth. So across the board, people have been getting good scholarships. Next. Admits. Next, please. So a lot of schools we have been working with them for quite some time. Jyoti Gupta ma'am was a DPSG, and I know last maybe 17, 18 years I've been working with ma'am, and so on. Asha Sharma ma'am at Kuwait, I was sharing with Ankur yesterday. So loads of schools, but yeah, in detail, I would say we do sign up with a few schools and work in detail in terms of delivering more activities throughout the year rather than one-off workshop. So that is where we are going. Next, next, please. Some events, uh, some events which we keep on doing. I think you jumped, Tribu. Yeah, fine. Next. So I'm supported by 34 team members. This is our annual retreat where we try to plan out things and make it more structured. Though I think God has his own ways, and a lot of disruptions happened, but we kept on growing in numbers even during Corona also. So we're a small team trying to deliver results to make children successful. Next. Some student testimonials. We are based in Southex, and we have one office, and of course, a lot of places. Thanks to Corona, hybrid work started and online work started, and we were able to take webinars, workshops to various places where earlier we could not imagine. So consciously, I have kind of kept my operations at one place. I would say to oversee and to be available to parents as a combined resource from this place. So we are based at Southex, and any of you around the area, I'll invite you also to be here and to contribute, share your ideas. We'll be happy to take it on. So, any questions if you have, I think this is the time. I think Ankur, I have taken exact 30 odd minutes.
Yeah, perfect. Jitin ji, bilkul. You have taken the correct amount of time, should I say. So we can have a Q&A. One of the first questions, I'll kick off the Q&A myself. I mean, I remember attending one of your presentation to students in a school in Delhi, and that was my first time seeing you presenting. And I really loved the fact that you connected with the students immediately. So my first thought in my head was, how do you keep yourself abreast with the team connect subjects? I mean, BTS or whatever. I mean, you really knew how to connect with the students in the first 5-10 minutes, and that was amazing. And I think that is very, very important for us as career and college counselors to have that connect with the students, because if you don't have the connect, then the content that whatever you may have may fall flat. So I think for the benefit of all of us, how do you keep yourself abreast with and not have that generation gap, as they say?
Honestly, I mean, I do chatter with a lot of students. So I think as a counselor, which I share in my interaction with other counselors also, we need to know how they think. And there's so much of a difference today compared to earlier. I would try to upgrade. Okay, what kind of games they are playing? Gaming, yeah, not mind games, but gaming. In fact, I was at Bet Show in UK, and I interacted with three firms. When I came back, I found out uh, Esports Federation of India. Lokesh is the director, and we started the first webinar on gaming. Had, you'll be shocked. I mean, without any promotions, 2,200 people registered, and this was within maybe 14 odd days, 15 days. So so if it is something which students love, I think they are just ready to lap it up. So, so yeah, what kind of music do they listen to? I remember while doing
Yeah.
online, so there was this Netflix show, Never Have I Ever. So I would start with student by asking questions on Never Have I Ever, you know. So I mean, so I've consciously tried to understand how they're thinking, what is the latest they're watching, playing, and then typically I would start with the presentation. They also give them some tidbits. I would try to give them some ideas of what is happening. Uh, I try to pick up. I also watch a lot of stand-up comedy, and I try to pick up students. Hey, do you want to earn a lot of money? So how much money do you want to earn? So guy will say, I want to buy my own Lamborghini. How much does a Lamborghini
Mm,
cost?
mm,
So practical questions which will excite the audience.
yeah.
And because one of
Yeah.
their batchmates is speaking, so they would just be glued on and they would listen. I learned from Gavel's Club, which is a part of Toastmasters. So ABCD game where I would start with and I would take up a career situation, but it will become hilarious because one of their batchmates is performing along with me, and I become a part of them. So I think that's how it just happened.
Amazing. Amazing connect. I see Neeraj has raised his hand. Neeraj, over to you for your question.
Yes. So kind of overwhelming and like really great work you've already done. So for people like me who are starting out, like just a couple of years, if you had to kind of give us some advice on what are the areas where we can actually focus on so that means along the journey you've seen so many opportunities and stuff. So people who are just starting off, what is your advice to people like us?
So one is if you can focus on areas which are not serviced or under-serviced. So currently, in the last 7, 8 years, the career counseling field has just it has the joyride has become better. I mean, so if I'm kind of driving and there's a hill kinds which I'm to go on, and then I'm coming, I don't know what will come on the next side. So on one side there are very large players like Ciel who have kind of gone and tied up with schools. Yeah. On the other hand, there are independent counselors also. So in India, there are the surplus of a lot of people who have jumped onto the bandwagon and they're trying to do similar things. So if you, for example, uh, I really need to see somebody doing a very, very focused work on career counseling for graduate students or only career counseling for engineers. You know, like
Yeah.
there are so many engineers. I don't know, 4,000 odd colleges people say, and number of people taking engineering without knowing whether I want to get into engineering or not. But as an engineer, how do I get into music? As I had a girl today whom I had counseled long time back. She is doing computer science, but is now interested in design. So what are the route? Where should I send her? And she's interested in going abroad. Which country should I send her where the parents' investment will bear fruit and she'll get jobs and so on? Yeah. Or can I combine little design with tech? So graduate students, only for engineers, a lot of moms. In fact, I've done this with Air Force Hindon. So they asked me to come and do sessions for ladies who have not been working. So if you look at people like Shiroz, so Shiroz has been doing similar work. Shiroz, no? I think Shiroz, I think. So 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 like that's a segment because in India a lot of women go out of job for whatever reasons, social reasons and so on. So they need to when how do they come back to work? Can there be a career counseling only for them? So I would request you to join places like IAEVG. IAVG is one of the oldest career counselors association in the world, and they have a conference every year. Last year they were having online because of Corona, And I attended one in 2019 at Bratislava, where there were 400 career counselors from all over the world. So, of course, NCDA also, NCDA has a career counselor credentialing thing. But in terms of target segment, let's identify that this is what I'm serving. Let's not do it for all the people. Yeah. So, can we identify a target segment where you are interested with your expertise, or you can have people around you who will help those people decide? A lot of people, a lot of my batchmates, after 40 they've been moving around. Like some people are kicked out of the corporate, some people they are choosing to move out, some people have earned phenomenal money. So I have my batchmates are asking, hey, can you also suggest us after 45? What do I do? How do I build up? Like I have done what had to be done. I have taken care of my family. Now what do I do? So that's a completely different segment altogether. So check out for all of you also check out Workaway, where you can go and work in a farm, on a boat, with a circus, with whatever in different parts of the world, and free of charge. I mean, you don't have to pay anything. I think, oh no, sorry, some initial registration charges are there, and then you go and stay free of charge. Your travel costs are what you incur. So Workaway is a good site for people who want to taste. So maybe you want to wants to run a farm, somebody wants to run a fisheries thing, or you want to rear chicken, hen, homestead. So there are opportunities today to savor all of that. So if you can build up their target market and build up a process around on how to service it, I think it can be amazing. Uh, or I don't know, maybe there are some unique things which you can take up in terms of servicing, in terms of like schools need a lot of hand holding. So if you can do a genuine thing of maybe initially just 5 schools in near your area and really satisfy students and parents, money will come to you like crazy, but maybe after 3 4 years. So those are my initial thoughts, but we can interact more and we can try to
Amazing.
Fantastic. Thank you.
I also have Shaheen from Nairobi. Shaheen, go ahead. Good to see you here.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon,
Good afternoon.
Ankur. Thank
Good
you for
afternoon.
organizing this session. And I think it's been an eye-opener, a lot of information given. I am particularly interested if Jitin can tell us on the 6th grade testing programs that have been developed. So I'd like to get information on, are these available for everybody to access? And are they accredited? I mean, have they been tested and researched on?
Yeah, so we are normally any psychometric test we take it from psychological testing companies like Varanasi Psychological Corporation. Uh, Earlier for senior people, I've used PF16 also. So I would say 6th grade, give me about 15 20 days. We've already identified the tests, but we're doing a lot of sampling before we go to market, and I do it at my partner schools where we are present. uh, uh, in fact, we would be publishing a research paper also on this effort. So I can send you a basic step-by-step thing of what we plan to do with 6th, 7th, 8th. Like we have made a lot of activities which teachers can use, and I don't know if you are from a school, so we are willing to talk to your teachers also and give them stuff that okay, 6th we feel whatever we have researched and found out, step-by-step activities regarding testing. Give me 15 odd days, and it's a personality test which we are building up, which we are using currently. It is, yes, it is a standardized test which has been checked for its reliability, validity, and has been in use for quite some time.
Thank you very much. I will be getting in touch with you via email, because I
And
think that there will be a lot of demand in Kenya for that, because we're
Oh,
just switching on to the skills-based, more of a competency-based curriculum. And I think we need to get the students informed about subjects at an earlier stage. And we need to start working on them in the 6th grade. So thank you very much. And I
if you
will
say
get in touch.
I'll be happy, welcome. If you say I'll be happy to help you, and you can check on my YouTube channel also. I put like in India also similar processes happened, and NEP was launched. So NEP based, I think we have done. I think two of my this thing is there online. And if you say, then we can conduct something for educators also as to how the entire thing will shift to skill based, and what kind of programs are emerging. I typically use this example of amalgamations, like what is fintech, finance, technology. So technology being used to deliver financial services, business analytics, uh, computational biology. Like it's a hot career. When I'm talking about to bio people, my three options are bio plus management, bio plus entrepreneurship. So UCL, University College London, introduced BSc Medical and Innovation, which is an amazing course. Why? So many medical startups started. Or of course, Joy is one of my students. He was an IB student. We sent him to US, and he joined Boston, where again he took a mix of bio and business administration. So, but how many people who are taking bio are thinking of that? Hey, I'll take up something in business also. Yeah. So that is where we counselors come in. So the moment we are able to pitch, these are emerging careers. So then illustrating them, giving them examples, and really sitting and thrashing it out with the parents. I think that's the biggest this thing. We need to keep on hammering the parents so that the decision making is more structured, logical, and scientific. So, so anyway, I'm happy to share things with you, Shaheen, and thanks for asking.
Thank you.
And thank you, Shine. And by the way, Jitin, I mean, I know Shine for many, many years now. And she's one of the leading career counselors in, I'll say, Africa, not only Kenya. And I think a partnership between you and her will be perfect. I mean, she was the ex-career counselor at Aga Khan School in Nairobi for many years. And she set up the career counseling practice there. So do keep her, I'll keep a personal lookout if something develops between these two. I was in Nairobi just 1 month back, and Shaheen is really passionate. Just wanted to put this plug in here. Uh, so Ashima, you have raised your hand. Please go ahead.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the session. Jitin, you mentioned it correctly, if we try and connect with the students on the basis of what's going on and what they are doing, it's much easier to understand their point of view, which is a great point. My question is related to psychometric assessments. I work with a school in Bangalore, Cantor International School, and I believe you did get in touch with me a few months back, but we couldn't touch base. So are these psychometric tests developed by your company, or are these available online? What is the validation for it? What kind of theory do you use? If you can address this question right now, we can take it one-on-one as well.
So we use what is like the base testing is IAP only, interest, abilities, personality. We don't make any tests. Like we have not built up our own tests. We always outsource it. So I have successfully used DAT for a number of years while doing individual counseling. Though in school situations it is difficult. Uh, I used DBDA also, which Psychom Services has been doing earlier. And in the last this is what we used. So based on Holland theory, Riazic is the base. This is an online test. This again has been developed by another organization. And personality is big 5 factor model where learning orientation, interpersonal, emotional orientation, attitudinal orientation, conscientiousness is being tested, and aptitude, numerical, verbal, mechanical, reasoning, spatial. I'll be happy to share reports also with you, or even if you want to test out 1 or 2 tests, so we'll be happy to share that, and then we can take you in an independent discussion. We can take you through the online system which is available, as to how the counselor dashboard works and how the students can view their own test results and how do we go about doing career counseling. So
Okay.
that is how it is undertaken. Yeah.
So if a school just wants to opt for the psychometric assessments, because I'm well versed with the Razak theory, Holland theory, as well as Myers-Briggs, MBTI, and there are a lot of schools abroad who are using a combination of strong interest inventory and MBTI together for high school students, but they're very expensive for students, to be honest. Each test costs anywhere between 1900 to 2000, 2500 as well. In combination of that report becomes too expensive for per student. So is there a model that you can deliver to schools only on the basis of psychometric assessments, and the dashboard can be developed for teachers and counselors just for that particular purpose?
Yeah, so it is already there, and we already partner with a lot of schools where they have existing career counseling resources. Uh, and we have really made it, it depends on numbers, but the pricing can be in the range of 500 to 800 rupees also.
Okay,
So, of course, we can discuss more in detail. But
great.
I do share that let's have a webinar in case it is offsite. If it is in Delhi, I prefer to do a workshop where we have parents and students. Again, I strongly feel that we should talk to parents and just open up their minds towards possibilities so that it's better for the young guy to select and match. Because children might be saying that, hey, I'm interested in music, but when the parent sees a person like me giving live examples of people who have done well in music, like almost every year we are sending 2 3 people to various places like Berkeley School and others, and then we are in touch. In fact, we try to pull in our alumni also. So that makes a lot of sense. But yeah, we'll connect and we can take it. So you can see our phone numbers are here. So you can take a snapshot, or so Ribu is the person to connect, or you can WhatsApp me also. I'll be happy to understand, and we can set up a Zoom call and take it forward.
Great, thank you.
Okay, I think I don't. We are almost above time. I mean, we are not almost. We are above time by 5 minutes. Thank you so much for the session, Nitin. I mean, this was a wonderful, informative, and a really helpful session with practical tips for all of us in the community. And I think we definitely look forward to having you back again in some form. And definitely doing the Bhangra again with you sometime soon in Jindal, like last night we
Yesterday,
did.
yesterday I was not feeling too well, so it was half Bhangra. Next time, let's have real Bhangra.
Yeah, let's do a full Bhangra routine at Jindal next time at our retreat. So thank you so much for being a strong advocate for the community. I mean, doing all that you do for the community and helping us out. We love the partnership that we have built with your center, and we hope that we continue to help each other grow in whatever we are doing, both personal and professionally. So thank you so much. Thank you so much to all the lovely TOCNs for being here from India and abroad. And I hope it was yet another helpful session for all of you. We will be back again next week with another 2 rounds of our power partners. Thank you so much. Namaskar. Have a good evening, everyone.